encouraging first-time buyers with educational postcards. Welcome back to day 24 of our 25 Days of GEOsential podcast series. In our last episode, we discussed how to highlight your unique value proposition on a postcard. Today, we're going to focus on encouraging first-time buyers with educational postcard, a strategy that positions you as a helpful resource while building relationships with potential clients. At GEOsential, we're all about combining postcards with strategy to help you get more business and also work less. Whether you're targeting expired listings, FISBOs, or working with your sphere or farm, first-time buyers can be a crucial part of your business. An educational postcard is a great way to nurture this group and build trust early on. First-time buyers often have a lot of questions and concerns, from understanding financing options, navigating the home buying process, right? So by sending a postcard with helpful tips, checklists, guides, right, you're providing the information they need while demonstrating your expertise. Here's why it works. When you educate clients, especially first-time home buyers, they are gonna trust you. They feel more confident in their decision-making process, and you're associating you with it. It also helps build rapport, right? There's nothing better than just simply feeling like somebody was just helpful. And yes, it generates leads. A helpful postcard can spark the interest for a potential buyer, not just to take in the information, but also reach out. With GEOsential, you can create educational postcards with ease. We're sharing these tips on getting pre-approved for a mortgage, explaining the home buying timeline, and my personal favorite, invite them to a buyer masterclass. We don't like to call them consultations or seminars around here. Now, we did exactly this for some of our tenants that are getting ready to buy, and they found this webinar we've put together, the masterclass, super, super helpful. So in case you are wondering, how do I go about putting a video like this together? It doesn't have to be complicated. Remember, in order to make this doable, it's all in the system. Now, you can go ahead and log into geosential.com, get your account started, and then follow the step-by-step video. And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube and you see this visual right here, stay tuned. I'll link it right after this. And if you're on our podcast, don't worry, it'll be linked in the show notes. All right, finally, our final and last episode is about to come up, and it's one of my favorites. GEOsential booklets, the perfect way to show your expertise to your future clients. So, you excited? See you on day 25 and enjoy the tutorial right now.
Let's talk about the first-time buyer info card, and there's a lot of them out there, but I decided I'm just gonna, for this tutorial, show you a little bit more strategy than just design. And one of the things we've created was this buyer monopoly mailer. And this one here is a lot of fun because it really gives you the framework that you can follow to not just have a postcard, but also follow up with something like a buyer course. So I'm going to show you one that we had done way back when. It's a simple buyer course. It has, again, the postcard right here saying, hey, you're in the right place, right? And then there are a bunch of little, and we have to refilm them, so they're a little older, but there's a bunch of these, individual videos talking about each of these steps. And then obviously a simple, hey, you want more like this, right? Just subscribe. Now you can put this one behind a opt-in. You can put this one just out in the open for them to build trust. You can use it in your business. But if you combine a postcard with a strategy like this, you are nurturing your lead along. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. I hope you are having a lot of, thoughts on what is the best way to do it. I got a couple things here that I need to change over. Just want to get this one actually changed. I want the background to get changed to be exact. So let's get this one. Just a couple changes to make. Oh, not this. There you go. And then I'm gonna move a couple things back here. So sometimes when you get templates that are not sized, so this one here would be obviously leading to, right, our seminar one. If you get things that are not completely sized right, you just want to keep in mind we need a postage area, and then we need an address area. So I'm going to just give you a little thing here. If you do have to put your office address for compliance reason, great way to put it right there. Okay. And then I'm going to put this disclaimer on there as well. All right. There we go. And then we're going to find some more stars. 5 stars, 5 there. 5 stars. Let's get this one. Moving it up a little bit. All right, there you go. Easy enough, right? Because sometimes when you get a template, things are not right. If you're a GEOsential Pro user, you'll have the updated template, obviously, in your catalog. But if you don't, I'm sure you can find somewhere such as, you know, Etsy or any of these websites that sell templates to give you something like that. And again, if you're a pro user, no need to pay for any of that. We got you covered. All right, so assuming I'm all good, I'm gonna download the front and the back as a PNG. And then we're gonna head over into our print portal to get it out and start generating leads. So print.geoessential.com is the website you want to go to. And then we're going to go into saved projects. And then we're going to create a new project. And it's time for us to pick the postcard. So again, on the light plan, you have unlimited free printed postcards available. There are 3 sizes, the 4x6 and 8.5 by 5.5 do print free. The panoramic does not, so just keep that in mind right there. I'm going to go view details, personalize, and then monopoly. And then our design editor is going to open, and we're going to be uploading our cards. Upload photo. And then here's our buyer monopoly. Remember, if you downloaded them and it's a zip file, you have to unzip it first before you can upload. Place manually. And that's a simple matter of dragging and dropping on the front. I want to resize this one, make sure the entire design fits. All right, here's the front. And then we're gonna actually, here's a little hack. Press this button here to copy, click to the back, and then paste. And then drag the back image on top of it, and it'll make sure it fits. All right. So there is now this one. I do want to get away from this edge a little bit more. All right. So next up, QR codes. Now I know this one is looking like it's in there. It's not. It's a placeholder. It's a dummy one from Canva. So I'm going to be replacing these here with my smart QR codes. So what these do when they're set up correctly is they will text me, okay, when somebody scans them from my postcard. And when somebody scans them, I can then go ahead and launch my follow-up. So right here, front doesn't have any. So just the back on this one, save, and then save and exit. And now we have the postcard in it. Next up, that we have the postcard now on our print shelf, we need to figure out a way to get it out to the people. You want to have either a contact group, such as a past client group, or a mailing list, so people you don't know yet, such as people around your listing, an apartment building, rentals in your area. Again, anything where you think a buyer card would actually result in leads, okay? So we're going to go ahead and go to Saved Automations, create a new automation. And then this is going to go out in a drip, create new, add your first shipment, add an item, and we're going to be collecting, there it is, postcard. And then since this is a buyer webinar, you want to link it to that buyer webinar, obviously, instead of a home value, since what we've done in most of them. And here's the thing, do not start this out like this. A proper link always starts with HTTP or HTTPS, okay? So again, I don't know if I have a buyer, I don't know if I have a URL on this one, so let's just assume it is buyer seminar or workshop. Do not assume. My best recommendation for that is just go to, let's see if I have something. Let's go to whatever URL. There you go. There's a webinar that I got. Just drop this one in for now. And then you do have, as a pro user, a drip for buyers that will get triggered if you use the word buyer leads. Buyer, let's see, what is it? Buyer, I got this one. Buyer lead, just buyer lead. There you go, hit save. If you have the light version, you get an SMS and then you have to figure out, obviously, follow up manually. Now this one here is recommended that you put it on there, especially with rentals. You want to get it to the recipient of the rental dwelling, right? You don't want it to come back to you if you have accidentally the owner's name on it. So make sure you toggle it. And other than that, all that's left is for us to connect our list. We're going to do that in the launch. So manage recipients. And this is where you then can connect a group, a mailing list. The difference, I typically describe it as mailing list, people you don't know, you can't change it, it's static. So you can't add people or subtract people from that list. And a group is more dynamic. You can add people to a group, subtract people to a group, and it's more people you know. So that's the two differences here. You can also enroll one-off contacts, and then all that's left is hit activate automation. And that's how you actually go from wanting to send out something like that, putting a strategy like something like this behind it, and converting better with mail. So again, hopefully this was helpful. And as always, if you haven't gotten a GEOsential account yet, here's your sign. Let's get mailing today.